Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I think it's time to go back to the room and read our poems and see what happens. It's day 3. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Hope you are. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. It's interesting that they even did that. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Aha! Sounds like you ended up doing well the work, Holly. Ah, well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Haha, okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too! Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I share my poem to first? Reverse order this time. Let's show Natsuki first this time. She won't like it as much. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't say it's any better either. Huh? Phew, what? Well, anything isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Aha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? I agree. I fully agree. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away letting go of a balloon. So this is, you know, your tsundere incarnate, I get it. You could say we take care of each other in our own ways. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. So she wrote a really long poem this time about Amy liking spiders. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. This is one of those types of poems. This is really clever. I like this a lot, where it repeats one line. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. That's actually really, I like that poem a lot. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. I actually liked your poem best yesterday, so I'm interested to see what everybody else will do. And not because it was short, just because... Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can't explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about everyone and things might... That doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. She's also like the deepest person here, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. But she's also kind of a jerk. She's so blunt. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Oh, spoiler alert, writing poems tomorrow. I mean, I knew that was what we pretty much... This is pretty much the flow of the game at this point. I get that. So, you know. Well, let's get long exposition out of the way before my throat gives out. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Holly. Your skills are really improving. She's likes to talk a lot about literature. She's one of those really technical people, so I just... Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire my fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much. It seems like you can get your poem to feel perfect. If you can't get your poem to feel perfect. I use a lot more words she'd like, actually. I wasn't sure if her or Sayori would like mine more. I guess Sayori, because Natsuki seemed to think Sayori would like it. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. I wish I could actually write the poem and not just, like, pick random words and, like, the same random words every time, too. Like, don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands her a poem. The Raccoon. Oh boy. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed his strange tendencies as a wandering human. An unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. Slice the bread and feed myself again. That's what I thought this was about. She was going to kill the raccoon. She gained its trust so she could kill it. This is the most disturbing thing in this game so far. I kind of expected that from her, though. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit close to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. They all have unusual hobbies. If those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Is your actual hobby killing raccoons? Because that would be kind of upsetting. Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Haha, don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, we'll do Sayori now. Kill my voice. Holly, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too? You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the one who feels that way, so... no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. That's important. I think that's an important way to live life. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. The main character's being so mean to her, though. She's such a good friend. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sarah? Jeez, why do you talk to her like she's a child? She is a perfectly capable young woman. I pat Sayori's head. Hey. I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Oh, jeez. Don't kill yourself. Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Holly? Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive or surrounding, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. You already hit your head on the shelf, and... Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. This one's going to be longer, too. Oh, it sure is. Geez. Everybody wrote long poems today. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like... I'm going to read this like Michael Rosen. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine are rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. Yeah. It's warm and tingly. Well, there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. And then they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them out from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let go, What one go? It shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. I think it was supposed to be for my friends. My friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Yeah, right. Tinned peach syrup. Nice. Anyway, I hope that was fun. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, I like all the poems today. Geez, these are all really good. Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really into touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. I didn't really do a very good Monica Rosen, you know. I could really get into the Monica Rosen voice on us. Anyway, sorry. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better.
In the beginning, I really wanted to do this like it was an anime, and now I'm just gonna do this like it's me playing a game because it's more fun that way.
Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorry always has a bad habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Monica.
Hi again, Holly. How's the writing going?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you've wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating, isn't it? I probably could have picked a different girl every day and seen what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm not trying to pick a girl either. I'm trying to just, you know.
But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a lot of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them a share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if it's putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now?
I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Long as well? No, this one's pretty, Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard or a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Save me? Load me. This is the first time something has happened. Her poem is off. Let's see what happens here. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess this is just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to write space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines literally really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feelings, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Wait.
You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about?
See, this is what I thought about before. This is why I thought she was knew she's in a video game, because she references the game. She just did it again.
Haha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
So she tells you how to play the game.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Don't we have to do something? Really, we do really have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put anything together good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves in front of getting instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sawyer has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during events. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica! Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sawyer is putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sawyer, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did.
Didn't we just get the stuff for the posters today? How are you already putting them up? What?
Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club.
Are we? Why do you talk like this? If we start an event and each put on a good performance,
then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what the Literature Club is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't we want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been really trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Oh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're really the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Don't say that. Don't you two say that. I have bad feelings.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next?
Are we going to go to the 4th day where we've written more poems?
Aha, of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through a notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. But what poem is Monica going to read to us? And how is this going to go for everybody when they do this? We'll see you next time.